This is what's wacky to us.
I'm Rick.
I'm Song.
Welcome.
We're back. It's What's Wacky to Us. I'm Song Capone, and Rick is here with us. We're going to talk about a little mixture and hodgepodge of relationship issues and how relationships are basically doomed to fail because of either rushing. Both sides can be desperate for love, so they're just willing to throw caution to the wind. And, that's what we're going to talk about today. Some relationship stuff. And, of course, we got the wacky news because it's been a while since we've been in touch. But we back, and we back on schedule, and we ready to make some stuff happen.
Yeah, we always back. I'm tired of saying we back. We just here. We never leave, actually. So there's no need for us to be back because we never leave. We just take a little while to make an episode. It takes a while to make an episode sometimes. I don't know what we be doing. Our busy lives that's not so busy. You're having us not making an episode for you guys. But we're going to touch on these topics. Relationship, what works, what don't work, moving too fast. Like they say in the Army, fast is slow, slow is fast. Sometimes you got to slow it down so you don't make a very bad mistake. As Trump said, very, very bad.
Very bad.
Very bad. So what you want to hit on, so?
Well, here's the thing. In this day and age, it seems like everybody thinks they know what they want. And in all reality, it looks good on paper when you see, tall, dark, and handsome, makes $250,000 a year, no kids, and wants to spend all his money on you. And then you have the other side, I want a girl with a Coke bottle figure, no kids, completely sane, and is always going to look like she looked at 25 for the next 50 years. And all she does is cater to me, and she cooks like a chef. She's all these other things, but you've actually not taken one iota of time to actually get to know the person. And then when it crashes and burns, everybody wants to look shocked and surprised.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What it is, though, what I think is going on, people are requesting and wanting something that they're not even ready for. Like you got, and this is mostly, I think this is mostly the young generation. The younger generation, they actually out here. They talking about, I see a lot of females talking about what they want. They want this guy, 6-figure, 7-figure guy. And in reality, you got to watch what you wish for because you might not even be ready for that. And most of you aren't because a guy that's making, he got his things together. He's well-to-do. He might have his house, his cars, his bank account is fat. And then here you come. And all you bring, he might be attracted to you for the looks or whatever. And, looks, body. But that'll be about it. And that's all you bring into the table. So that's probably never going to become a union or anything really serious because he only see you for that and he don't really need you for anything else. And if you don't come and bring value to his life, that's going to be a pretty short-lived relationship because sex is going to get old. He's going to move on to the next thing. Because when you know you're a catch, just like the woman know a guy's a catch, he knows he's a catch. So it's going to take something more, and it works both ways. It's going to take something more to keep him or her attention on you because there's always something else out there, or something better. Like people think like they're the best. Like this is what's going on right now. This is what I see from my perspective on social media. Everybody think they're the best. Like I got the best body. I got the best looks. I got the best wig, like everybody's out here. And to me, everybody look the same. They got the same makeup, they put it on the same way. These wigs the same, lace front, the baby hair, fake baby hair, all that's going on. So you're not really a standout. You're a moment. That's what you really are. You're a moment in time. And somebody's like, all right, yeah, tonight, I'm drunk or whatever. Yeah, she's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And girls are starting to, I feel, stand on that fake beauty and it giving them, it's like being drunk, gives you that fake confidence. So you're standing, you talking crap to people like, oh, this guy got to do this and that. But I wonder if you take all that stuff off and look in the mirror, will you still have that same confidence? I don't know. I'm going to pass this over to a female and see what she has to say.
You are such a fool, I swear. And, you know, of course that's part of it. And I have to agree that these days, you know, chicks do look the same. Everybody has like a lace front with the straight hair with the middle part. Every now and then the side part, the baby hairs. Sometimes, you know, it was funny. I was looking at New York Undercover last night, an old one. And, you know, all the girls had the natural baby hairs. It wasn't no wig. It was like 1996 and everybody was using their own hair for the baby hairs. But I digress. At any rate, yeah.
She's binge watching New York Undercover lately.
It'd be good. I'm saying they had everybody on there. Luther, they had everybody. But you know, it's true. Everybody's starting to look the same. All the builder bodies are the same. And then what happens when the silicone starts to leak? What happens when the bubbles start to die down? And you know, all that natural stuff starts coming back, and everything starts looking all rotten. Because it is rotten, because it's all chemicalized. But again, I digress. Everybody looks the same. Nobody's willing to stand out and be unique anymore. With my day coming up, you wanted to be the standout. You wanted to be unique. Me, I was always doing shit to stand out and be unique, sometimes to my detriment, because I didn't want to be like everybody else at all. And everybody around the way can attest to that, because when I was going through my punk rock phase, believe you me, I was the only black girl in Southside Jamaica, Queens on that stuff. But again, where's the, you know, you say you want a millionaire, but are you ready for a millionaire? That's somebody who's going to be working all the time, busy all the time, and he's not going to be in the house with you. You may be okay with that. I don't know. But you may go on one date with one millionaire and think that this is going to be my husband. I'm going to marry him. It's going to be all good. And I'm the shit. You know, look at the way I look. He ain't going to be able to resist me. I'm irresistible because I look like every other Instagram face out here. But never mind that. Are you even able to be in the rooms with him on his arm when he's with other millionaires, you know, having a social dinner to lock down a $5 million deal? Are you the one who's going to get loud with the waitress and throw drinks because you ignorant? Or do you know how to have a conversation about stocks and building your portfolio? Are you actually going to contribute something, or are you just going to be the trophy that's sitting there looking cute until your time runs out?
More than likely, they're just going to be sitting there being a trophy, because a lot of females and males, they don't, you know, they want, it's not even what you, it's like you got your needs and your wants, like I always tell people. Like the stuff you need in your life, you can get, but the stuff you want, it evades you and it makes it a chase. And then once you get that stuff you want, you realize you didn't need it. So think about that. Most of the stuff you want, you really don't need it. The stuff to keep you going is what you need. It's not really that hard to obtain. You overlooking the person that you actually need in your life that's going to add that value and be an asset. You're overlooking that person, and that's where the problem is coming in, because we're in a society now. What can you do for me? Like, hey, I want to shop all the time. Like, how many times you going to, life is like this. All you're going to do is buy the same things over and over. A better this, a better that, a better bag, a better pair of shoes, like over and over and over. And you don't wear it that often. Because now you're getting to the point like, damn, I don't want people to see me wearing this, blah, blah, blah. Because that's your stupid mindset, you know? Because you're really supposed to get some stuff and wear it down, get rid of it. You're supposed to wear the stuff that you buy. Use the stuff you buy. People got all of this stuff in their house that they don't even use, and constantly buying more stuff. You know, like, oh, I wore this to a party months ago. I don't want to wear it to the next party because somebody's going to see me. You know, stupidity like that. But we're going to use examples. We ain't going to say no names, but like certain relationships, we're going to get back on the topic of relationship. Like, as you get older, right? So you don't want to, and this is from things we know, like you don't want to get into that desperation mode, because once you get desperate, you're going to move too fast. And once you move too fast, you're going to make really bad mistakes. And we know people like that. You know, they're going online. Everything sounds good. See, this is the problem. You dating online, no social. You know, your first interaction, you're texting back and forth. You're seeing pictures. You don't even know if these pictures, how old these pictures are. So now you start liking a person, and then when you see them, you know, it's not up to what you thought it was gonna be, and you're upset, and you're on the date with a funk. On the date, you're in a funk because wow, this guy really catfished me, or this girl really catfished me. But is it really catfishing? Because it is the person. It's just an older picture. He's putting up, or she's putting up her best picture. You know what I'm saying? That she feels her best picture. She might have went and put her makeup on to her best. And now, you know, you see that person. Maybe it ain't on point like that. Maybe she ain't go to Ulta Beauty and get it done up for herself the way she wanted it. And now you sitting there like, yo, maybe she's a little more, you know, people got that thing going on. They taking them neck shots, neck up. They ain't showing the whole body. Now you there like, whoa. So, you know, guys ain't taking those photos of how tall they are. Now you like, whoa, this dude like folk, you know, he's really short. And I wanted somebody taller. So these are a lot of things like you know, that this was happens when you're in the metaverse. Things like this could actually happen. So sometimes you got to slow down because it could be a disaster. You don't know who you letting into your life. You could be letting a serial killer in your life. You could be letting some weirdo freak dude into your life, or girl, somebody with all of these problems that you didn't, you know, because if you had socially actually interacted with this person early on, because, you know, I think these social media things and what is it? Those dating sites, people go back and forth for months. And you could have just already shut that down day one had you seen this person and talked to him off rip. You know, people going back and forth. Oh, and now you fall in love with the dude might have some good writing skills. She might have some good writing skills. Lure you in. And now you trapped off, you know, like we had somebody we know. They let them move in and everything. And this was within 2 months. This was within 2 months. They let the person move in. And that was it. And it was just all bad. It went all, after that, it went all downhill. And how long did that actually go on for? So
it was a 2-month stint that they were allowed to move in, and it didn't even last 7 days after that. It lasted approximately 5 days because, you know, basically all the truth came out to what was really good, and none of it was good. But this is because people don't want to take the time, like Rick said, to go out on in-person dates. Talk on the phone, hear the person's voice. See what's not being said. Read between the lines. Do some actual, you know, dating where you're going out, talking, not automatically. You know, in the black community, as we see, everything is sex, 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 sex. Everybody wants to jump in the bed. Everybody's talking about who they doing, how they doing it, and you know, that spills over into real life. You want to speed because you had one great date and all of a sudden you think that's the one. How?
You just had a good time.
You had a good time on one date for a couple of hours. And yeah, it could be the greatest chemistry ever. It could be, but you still don't know that person. You don't. You don't know them. You don't know their ins and outs. You don't know their quirks. You don't know their dark side. You don't know none of that. And for the fellas too. Y'all be out here wanting someone, quote, popping, unquote. You need a girl who's popping. You want her to have 10,000 followers. You want her to be seen. You want her to be this. Meanwhile, she's saying to you, you know what, I like you too, but, you know, my red flag for you is that you don't have any red flags. Like, what is going on out here when you want drama and you want a dude who's gonna have mad hoes, and you want a dude who's going to give you a headache and give you stress and have you crying but you can say, well, you know, but I love him. But all he does is stress you out and cause you problems. And this is why I always say, when y'all little heifers get to be 40 and 45, y'all going to be talking that same shit. Facts on facts. Because y'all going to be like, I had me a nigga who bought me a house, but, I was being difficult because I didn't get to pick it out with him, even though we already have 5 kids together and we already do all this stuff together as a family, and then he comes with the house, but you don't want it now and you want to cut him loose. Or, I had a good dude who loved me just for me, but, he was treating me too good and I thought he was too nice. How many celebrity heifers have we seen do this? Who actually did take the time to get to know someone, but because he wasn't stressing them out, you didn't want him. And now when you 45 and all you had was niggas stressing you out, now you like, hey, Will Smith, I remember when you wanted me and you liked me and everything, but I went and took Tretch over here who was making porn movies and, stressing me out and doing everything else. But, I didn't want him because he wasn't a wild woo nigga. Like, what is going on? Fellas, y'all are just as guilty as the women who think that they deserve a millionaire because they have a nice lace front wig and a Brazilian butt lift.
Yeah. The fellas, what y'all doing wrong also is this, and it's not the girl's fault because you online portraying a lifestyle that you really it's a lifestyle. It's an online lifestyle, pretty much. You can be whoever you want on. That's what the metaverse is all about. You can be whoever you want in the metaverse. You can be, you're your avatar, but in real life you have nothing. So now you're online, you popping, you got your followers. Everybody's like, oh, this guy's probably took 1 million dope pictures. And now it's like when a girl get with you, she want that guy. But now she's with you now. All right, it's over. We out the metaverse. Now we in the real world. So now it's like, oh, wow, this is going to be a turned up relationship. She get with you, everything's basic. Everything's below basic. So now you're like, she's like turned off. And you're wondering why she's turned off. You have a crib or whatever, whatever. It's nothing flossy and glossy about your lifestyle in the real world. So now you're mad at her because she don't want to accept you for the real you. But that ain't that wasn't who you represented online. You represented this turned up dude. You got stacks, you on the money phone, you doing this, you doing that, you out all the time. Now it's like, hey, I can't go out today. I don't have it. Like, what? It ain't look like that in the metaverse. The metaverse, we could go out and eat 5 times a day, 5 times out of the week if we want to. But now, in the real world, who said Kevin Hart? Like, the way my bank account is set up, we only can go out once a month. So now she's like, now she don't want to be dealing with you. Is that female wrong? I don't think so. Because you represented yourself wrong. I think she's actually right for calling you a loser because that's exactly what you are to her and to yourself. So, seriously. So these girls out here, guys, like, oh, she don't want to pay half the check. You actually online in social media crying over a female paying half the check. What type of loser?
A baller.
And a boss. You probably got CEO in front of you, your name on some Vista print cards and stuff with your fake business. Let me tell you something. Number one, you're never a boss. This is for girls, from whoever. You're not a boss unless you have employees. You're not a boss. I don't care what you create. Yeah, you can create a job for yourself, but if you're not actively paying employees, and I'm not talking about the lying paying employees like you did on your PPP loan where you got some money, you lied and said you had employees.
You going to jail too.
So basically, I'm talking real world, you got employees and you're paying. Then you can call yourself a boss. If you're the only employee, you're not a boss. You're working. You're working for yourself, yeah. And that's probably not even working out for you because you probably realistically, I know you're probably not even making no money. Because this girl that you met, she want to go out, and you talking about you ain't got it. So just put a slash on the word boss off of your cards and scribble that out now as you listen to this, if you're listening. And just be happy with who you are. Make a couple of dollars, stop faking it online, present your real self, and you'll get you a decent lady who match up with you. See, you're trying to match her. Everybody's matching up with stuff that's out of their league. Same thing with the females. All right, when you get with this guy, Say you get with a 7-figure guy, all right? You woo him online. Then you get with him. He's doing 7-figure things. He's doing 7-figure things, meaning this man is busy all the time. Call you, blah, blah, blah. He don't want to hear nothing you got to say. You talking, he like, yo, I'm going to call you right back. I got a call on another line. I got to take this call. It's important. You think he's blowing you off. No, this man's handling his business. This is how he moves. So you like out of your world. You like, wow. He might leave you in the penthouse by yourself. Like, yo, I got somewhere to go. You think he's cheating. No, this man is out here working. Get into what got him where he's at. Now you're in the house alone. Yeah, you got everything. You're sitting there. You got the 85-inch TV. You're sitting there alone watching the TV, waiting for him to come home. He might not come home. He might have jumped on the plane and have to go handle something. He may not be home for 2 days. He's like, yo, he might even call you. He might be like, oh, I forgot you was there. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably don't really chill in that crib like that. So you thinking it's all good. Like, oh, he done let me stay up in here. I'm up in the layout, blah, blah, blah. He probably don't even come there like that. He don't even know you there. Probably forgot. Like, oh, shit, she in my crib. Boom, I'm out here in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm in Florida, NY. That's how it be going down. You know what I'm saying? That's that lifestyle you don't know nothing about and you ain't ready for. So watch what you wish for. You know? Watch what you wish for. But back with the relationship, things that don't work is getting out of your league. Try to get somebody to match up with you. Try to get somebody. You got to have somebody with a little piece of you in them. It don't got to be a lot, but something about that's what makes you click. It's like, oh, wow. Whether it's sport, oh, she likes sports. Wow. She like to cook. Wow. I like to cook. Y'all could be different on mad different things, but some little things that's similar, you know, that's going to make y'all click. Like, whoa, this is what she like. She might be spiritual. You might be spiritual. You might ain't met nobody like that. You might be like, yo, oh, wow. Y'all could be totally opposite. But that one thing right there is like, oh, that's y'all definitive edge for each other. That's what's going to make it work, you know? So, you know, y'all might like the same type of music. Like, you know what? I don't really like this hip hop crap. Hip hop sucks. You be like, yo, I was thinking the same thing. You know, like, you be like, wow, this is crazy. I like to go hiking too. You know, like, yeah, I'm from the hood, but yo, I like to go hiking. She like, word, I love taking a long walk. See, all these little things like that, that's what y'all overlooking. You know what y'all jumping to? The what can this person do? Oh, how she looks. Yo, that's the worst thing you could go off of looks, because looks expire. Everything expires in this lifetime. Looks going to expire. Tell you what don't expire, though. Intelligence, education. Education don't... Actually, education, you can keep it going and grow and grow and grow until you die. You know? You can't... With what? You gonna rap? You gonna sing forever? Some people got that talent. They can't actually... You ain't rapping forever. That ain't happening. Nobody want to hear you. But you can sing. You know, you got people out here, Earth, Wind, and Fire. They still going. You know, so they singing. But I don't know. Let Sonya give her 2 cents on this, in these relationships. But these are little tidbits. Take them. Think about it. But once again, what we said, Rick and Sonya could be wrong.
You got to let us know. But like Rick said also, sometimes it's not about what you want. It's what you need. Are you going for a woman that you need that's going to meet your needs? Are you going for a man that's going to meet your needs? Because truth be told, most women want time. They want to spend time with their mate. Women want to create memories and have that quality time. So guess what? The millionaire 7-figure Negro ain't going to have no time to be sitting around. He might get 2 weeks off a year and take you on a vacation, 1 week here and 1 week there. But them other 325 days is going to be spent working and closing the deal and paying the bills so that you can live in, you know, in the tower, in the ivory tower and all that good stuff. And, you know, chick wise, again, why do you have to have the girl that's popping? Why? Why can't you have a nice girl who's going to meet your needs and actually be there for you, be your partner, be your confidant, be your friend and your lover and all that good stuff? Y'all want to have, oh, that's me right there. Y'all want to have the chick with the lace front wig down to her butt and having on some red bottoms and this and that and got 15,000 followers. Meanwhile, the next dude who also has 25,000 followers and is looking at her and is a little bit more popping than you is going to catch her attention more so. So it's like he said, you got to go for what you need, not just what you want. Like I said, looks expire and all that. Women want a man who can protect them. Women love power. Women love a man who exudes confidence. Women love a man who's actually going to be there. And men want a woman who they can confide in, who's going to bring them peace, who's not. Well, I can cook, so you don't have that complaint. So, but I'm saying I was getting to that also. But with some Alfredo and what's that typical meal? It's like the chicken and the Alfredo. No, it's like a typical processed meal. And you see the Facebook page of saying I cook for my king, but meanwhile that took you like 20 minutes to make. Can you make some real baked macaroni and cheese? Can you? Yeah, he's not even the peasant king. He's actually the jester, and y'all are in there eating off of paper plates and plastic forks and whatnot. But this is your king. It's like, come on, man, get your relationship act together. Find someone who you are equally yoked with, someone that is going to meet your needs. Yeah, you should have a healthy attraction to someone, but is that person adding value to your life? Not just because they pop in online. Are they bringing value to your life? When they come home, when you come home, when they come home, do you want to do something nice for them? Do you want to have a nice, great meal waiting for them? Do you want to make sure their favorite wine, their favorite drink is in the house when they come home? Because you want to do good things for them. You want to share your kindness. You want to share your love with them. And so you express it in other ways, not just online. Like, get it together. Y'all really need to take time out and get to know someone. And that requires getting off of online and spending time together in person, having real conversations. Ask somebody, what's the last book you read? What's your favorite, what's your favorite series of all time? And if it's something like Love and Hip Hop, you need to run unless that's your favorite show too. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is out here talking about, I love to watch my serial killer documentaries, I might give you a side eye too, because I'm like, what you trying to plan in the long run? I don't know. I'm just playing there, but you know what I'm saying? Get to know someone, not just the typical stuff of let's go to the movies and go to dinner and have a nice date. Do some shit where you're going to have some conversation that amounts to something, and you can actually say, I can actually see myself spending time with this person regularly. If that's not the case, and all y'all going to be doing is boning or whatever, make that clear from the get also.
Yeah. All right. We're going to get in. We're going to wrap that up, and we're going to get into some wacky news. One thing I want to talk about is this pastor in Alabama, Pastor Michael Jennings. There's a black pastor. He's watering his neighbor's flowers, who actually was on vacation and asked him to water their flowers. And the police comes along and they start questioning him. He's still watering the flowers. He tells them, I live across the street. Neighbors ask me to water the flowers. Oh, then here comes the go-to line. Oh, we got a call of some suspicious activity over here. So, they start asking him for his ID. He's like, what's your name? Yeah, he told him, I'm Pastor Jennings. So they talking and he's like, I see some ID. He's like, I don't need to show you no ID because I live right across the street and I told you my name. He's like,
hosing flowers.
Yeah, suspicious. Yeah, I'm going to break into your house. But before I break into your house, I'm going to take care of these tulips. I'm going to prune the yard for you before I get crazy and rob you blind. I'm going to cut your grass and do everything for you. But I'm going to go in there and I'm going to wipe you out. And so it's like, where's the common sense when you roll up and you see somebody watering flowers? Don't you just digress and start being like, okay, I understand. Once he tell you I'm Pastor Jennings and I live across the street, how does it escalate to this guy getting arrested? So it escalated and the pastor got arrested, but of course, he's going to sue and he's going to win. So now you just cost the precinct money, but I guess they don't care because this type of stuff is happening all the time and like everywhere. So, that's some wacky news right there.
And it is. It's just constant because we even seen that happen to, was it not Ocho Cinco, the other one in his gated community. Was it Ocho Cinco?
No, Terrell Owens.
Oh, it's Terrell Owens. And
that was crazy.
Yeah, the same thing. It's like you just say, your neighbor is looking suspicious by doing something extremely normal. Another piece of wacky news was, for me, a 19-year-old Australian woman is now suing her therapist and her doctor for going through with her transgender change to a man. And she was only 19 years old, and she said the therapist okayed her surgery with only 2 therapeutic sessions. And, she had her breasts removed. She had a full hysterectomy and removed her uterus. And she really does look like a guy. But now she's like, I wish I didn't go through this. I was too young to make this kind of decision. And I didn't even have enough therapy to really, make a focused decision on this. And, this is going to backfire on a lot of people because you keep okaying it, thinking that these people have this gender dysphoria and all of this, this gender, this need to change their gender. But again, someone at 19 years old's brain isn't even fully developed yet, and you're okaying these life-altering changes that are irreversible and unchangeable. Now she wishes she hadn't done it. She wishes that she stayed a woman. She wishes now that she could bear children, and that's never going to be a reality for her. So that was a real wacky news for me because you keep okaying this stuff for kids who change their minds all the time. So, that's something to consider also. Think about it. And, another wacky news from Rick was the Ivana and Donald Trump madness.
Man, that was crazy. Yeah, with Donald Trump. The Don always know how to get those tax breaks, though, man. You got to give it to him. Donald knows how to do his thing, even in the tragedy of his wife dying. You know what Donald Trump does? Donald Trump buries her on his golf course. And guess what? Now his golf course is deemed a cemetery. Cemetery don't have to pay a plethora of taxes at all. So now, hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. We gotta give Don a round of applause. Round of applause for the Don out here. Tax breaks, giving it to the IRS. I don't care. I like that stuff. I like it. Hey, it's a beautiful place, the golf course, to be buried. I wish I could get buried on a golf course somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to the Don. I don't care. Someone over here making faces right from their head. But kudos to Don.
Because if my kids allow me to be buried on some ex-husband's golf course where Nick is going to be walking over my corpse, I'm haunting all of y'all. I'm haunting all of y'all. I'm haunting everybody. I'm haunting everybody. And then, the conspiracy theorist side was that, is it Ivana or Ivanka? I think it's Ivana. Ivana's 30-year non-disclosure agreement expired literally right before her death, where she would never be able to talk about anything concerning Donald Trump. And she has this weirdo freak accident right when the non-disclosure expires, where she could have let everything, she could have just let the floodgates open.
Gunshots to self and trying to bring down the Don.
Conspiracy theorists live, even though they're trying to take us out in the Senate. They're even trying to take the conspiracy theorists out with laws now. But anyway, like I said, Ivana, rest in peace, I guess.
Whatever. Kudos to my boy. It's not my boy, but anyway, I like that slick move though. But anyway, yeah, this is something that's really bad. I'm not, being from New York, the Bronx has this problem where the teens are running wild and they're beating up the elderly. One lady was online crying. She's talking about the dude snatched a piece of branch off the tree, beat her with it. But the good part about it, guys like my son and a couple other, community activists, they stood up, went out there and showed force and, letting it be known that we're not tolerating this. Now, there's a lot of coward things going on in the communities, and even in the black communities, white communities, I've noticed an uptick in kids just going crazy. Whether it's they doing mass shootings, they're getting younger and younger. They're beating the elderly. So, kudos to the people. Yeah, we need the adults not to be scared. That's what we need. And to go out there and do what they did. Stand tall for the community. Who's raising these kids anyway? That's another thing. So if you're raising a little coward, let it be known. If you need help, there's people who go out there like, yo, man, my son is out of control. Don't just, hide it until it explodes into something bigger. It ain't going to help him or you. So, let it be known. Because when your son or your daughter is a weirdo and they doing stuff, they moving crazy, get help. Get help before. I'd rather him do a year in jail than he go do some stuff and end up with the rest of his life in jail. I'm going to be honest, straight up. And sometimes you got to make that hard decision like that. So what's up? What you got, son? What you got on the wacky news front? That's it. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. But my last thing is that you priests in Colombia, where the laws ain't like they are here, you better watch your funky back, because the Catholic Church in Colombia released the names of all the pedophile priests to the public. They didn't release it on the news. They released the names to the public. And those laws ain't the same like they are out here. So a mad of you are going to be going down. You better watch your back, because the justice is going to be served street style. And usually that's the kind of justice y'all's kind deserves. But I say shout out to Colombia, because that's how you get the job done.
Yeah, man. So we're going to wrap this up, man. We're gonna wrap this thing up, and we've been talking for a minute. We had to give y'all something to hold on to. We're gonna wrap this up for today. And words of wisdom. Back to the thing of this relationship thing. Slow down, as Brand Nubian said.
Slow down.
Slow down. Take a deep breath. Make the right decision.
Somebody.
Make the right decision. I know it's hard. Relationships is hard, especially when you get a little older. You be like, you scraping, you desperate. Don't be so desperate. Until next time, we see you guys later.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.